happy. They're happy.
So you're basically just, in your mind, you're like, I'm just two different people.
I am. I definitely am. Sabella and Etienne are two completely different people.
Keep it a bean.
What?
In the club.
Huh? In the club? I'm Sabella in the club.
Right.
At home,
And what
I'm
are
Etienne.
Sabella's values?
Does Sabella smash in the club?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely
Never did.
Not the cap.
Not but one time.
Shut up.
Back room? Nothing?
Never. No. Never. Ever.
All right, Sabella.
Never.
We gonna find out whole facts.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Make a phone call?
Go ahead.
In the office?
Go ahead.
She one of them? All right,
Go ahead.
nigga. Come to y'all.
You want me to call? Y'all took my phone. I would call the office, but no, I've never done anything like that ever.
Okay.
No, and that's cool. I mean, you already said that you're putting your career first, which is fine. I'm just wondering, like, if you're okay with the quality of man that's going to be left for you at the end of the road when you're done with your career and you're done prioritizing that.
I have dealt with both shitty men and quality men. So it's like I've experienced both. And because of who I am, they understand that, okay, this is her career. This is what she chooses to do to make money. But she's a completely different person with me. It's not airs. It's not fronts. It's not, I'm trying to get your money. It's not nothing.
Can you remind me how old you are? 27, did you say?
I'm 29.
29.
Yes.
Okay.
God
And you,
damn.
how old were you?
Shut up.
26.
26. And you said man first?
Yeah, if I have a man, yes.
Yeah, if you can find one, you would put marriage
Well,
first.
it's not fine, but I mean, I guess. But yeah, I would. Like, I would put that first. Yeah.
What would be a better word than fine?
I don't know. It just makes me seem like I'm out here in the streets. Just
I was.
Fine. That's what you do. You find things. You don't. Yeah.
I don't think there's any shame in
kinda am.
wanting to find a guy, man, like
Should be
wanting to
out
find
here
a
in the
relationship.
streets.
Like, I don't, yeah, I feel like people.
man.
You should be looking
For you
for
two,
a-
do you guys think that you need to actively find a man, or are you just going to find you? Just out of curiosity.
For me, you can find me. I'm fine
They gotta
with my
find you?
dog.
Okay,
I'm fine with
same
my
with
I
you?
dog.
would like a guy to like put in the initial effort. Yeah, but I would. But yeah, I don't think I've ever just like gone after, like, be the, what's it called?
You've never
Aggressive.
actively seek
The
the man.
go-getter,
Okay.
yeah.
But you
Interesting.
have options though, right? You have options like going out, dating stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just choose a good one.
Well, yeah. So I was kind of dating somebody, and then I just found out he like lied about his age.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Red flag.
Damn.
How old? Like, too young?
No, he told me he was 36, and I just found out he's like 50.
Shit.
He's just like really good at like dyeing his beard all the time. And,
Does he do tattoos?
Where did you grow up?
in Dallas.
Okay.
Or actually, I
And
moved
when
around
did you
a lot.
get into the business?
Well, since I got kicked out of school, so like if you're at, like I didn't have a dad, but I went to college. I like had a 4.0 and a full ride scholarship, and I was doing really well, but got kicked out for a joke I made, and then I that led me into the sex industry, and it's just for me as a means to an end. It's the only thing I knew what I could do to make some money. So
And how does that impact, like, I guess, your relationship with your mom? Does she know you're on OnlyFans or no? Well, she does now. Hey, Mom.
they're very like country, like they're not gonna like know what this is. I hope.
If they speak English, they might put it together.
My little brothers watch the show though, so I
They
don't
do.
know, yeah.
Okay. So would you think your mom would be,
No, she wouldn't like it, but
she would understand?
I think she just wants me as long as I'm in her life and like.
Was
We
she
have a
like your
relationship.
friend growing up?
Yeah. She was in and out. I have like mommy issues and daddy issues. So,
Holy.
but but like now, yeah, I see her more of as a friend. But she's still like
She seems like very, like, I don't know how to explain, like very, like willing to be led, if that makes sense. Like the main things in life for the most part, not main things in life, but an opportunity, is school. You heard about school. She did that. She full ride 4.0, and then the next, not best thing, but the next thing was the industry, and it's like it's thriving, I'm sure, in the industry, but like she's just floating. But she seems like she's willing to be led, if that makes sense. Like if a dude came and she'll be committed to him and wouldn't even be worried about it.
she's very like religious and very like that. So I don't talk to her about everything. I don't know. So, but I mean, I'm sure she wouldn't be happy about it, and she wants me to like find something better. But just doing what I can.
And you feel like you have to do it for financial reasons?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Or did you just want fast money? Because I feel like you could get a
No.
job if you were like, I want to be a bartender. Like, I mean, you're young. you're attractive, you're like, you don't have to do OnlyFans, right? Like, I mean, 'cause
I don't know what
I was
else-
broke, crazy
Yeah.
broke, and I never sold my body, like, so I feel like now people keep saying they have to, but like,
mean,
it's just like, I want fast money and I
yeah.
want to be able to pay rent, sort of a thing.
I want to be able to pay rent, but what else would I do that's gonna make me the same amount? And I don't make
It's not going to make you the same amount.
I don't make a lot of money. Because I don't like do the absolute most. So I make a regular amount and I make enough to get by. And I don't know. I watched my mom struggle growing up, and I saw her do all the normal jobs, and she didn't sell her body and all that, and she like struggled a lot. So I really just kind of was like, will do it almost anything. It was OnlyFans. I don't
She
know.
got a good head on her
And
shoulders,
to not
though.
end up like that, and like
Like, she
literally
seems
being
very,
homeless
like-
and dumpster diving and all that. Like I would rather do OnlyFans than
Okay.
that. So like I think I just have that like that fear, like, and I watch my mom do all the regular jobs, and yeah, so.
Candace, in your opinion, why do you think women resort to OnlyFans when they have other options?
Well, so the first thing I would say is that I do see this trend. That's why I always ask about whether you grew up with a dad, because usually the answer is no. And I think that definitely matters. And they do have other options. I think the problem is that especially when you're young, you just want fast money. And I don't think they realize that they're making, like, it's like, yeah, this is money up front, but is going to cost you when you get older. Like, this is like, it's like doing a deal with the devil, right? Where it's like up front, everything's gonna look great, and then you're gonna, trip over near 30, and you're gonna realize the options, and also, by the way, when you're on OnlyFans and selling your body, like, your body's only gonna go in one direction. Like you are a stock that is just declining with age, right? So there's gonna be the next 18-year-old that wants to put her boobies on the internet, and you're just not gonna be able to bring in the money that you could. So
This lady beside Candace, it's like a goddamn doll. Like, she looked like she went into the surgery room and just said, make me look like that doll. Shout out to you.
It's the youth, they say youth is wasted on the young, and I think that that's very true. I think there's a new environment where also the materialism that's on Instagram makes them want more before they have to work for it. They're just like seeing Kardashians and Jenners out there like spending with their thing, and they're like, I just want money, and that they're being raised online, and they don't have an example that shows them that like that's just a mirage, and it's going to come at just a severe cost. So it actually breaks my heart when I see young women doing that, because I know what's going to be on the other side of that, and
Could I add something to that?
Sure.
I feel like, especially with social media, like a lot of girls base their worth off of like how fast they can get money with doing the least amount of work, and I mean labor work. That's like, you see it on TikTok all the time. It's like, oh, like I'm a Pilates princess, or I go to Starbucks every day, and it's like, oh, but I don't lift a finger, and it's like, all these girls are now it leaves all these other girls to be like, oh, like, what do I have to do to make that kind of money without doing a lot of work? Because that would mean like, oh, I'm not worth like a lot. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's why OnlyFans is so, popular.
Instagram is like reprogramming everybody's brains.
Yeah, a great man once said, fast money comes with.
Slow problems. Yeah, I mean,
Who said
I think.
that? That's actually, there you
Yeah,
go.
I've said that. This is one of my quotes, but
If I rip
will
it and say that I made it like it was from me,
you say it on the show. You can say, I came up with it.
Like, he's
You stole it from me.
He's a liar.
Because I've always kind of found this interesting when girls say that they put men first, and then they get into a career field that's going to ostracize them from the very men that they wanted. Right?
Well,
'Cause,
they don't understand how men tick, I think.
Yeah.
That's what's missing, is like,
Like-
we're animals at the end of the day. Like,
Yes.
it's not going to change what men want
100%.
and what women want. That's why I always
We're
say to women, like,
animals.
your biology will catch up with you. Like, you can think you're so smart, we can socialize, you can do experiments, and, but at the end of the day, your body's going to come online. And so I always talk about this book I read by E.O. Wilson, it's called On Human Nature. And basically his thesis is that at the end of the day, your biology is going to win. And he starts correlating it to what happens in the wild, and, what men want, and like what male species wants, and what the female species wants in the wild, and how your body actually dictates that, like why it is, that men want a certain type of woman and why it is that women want a certain type of man, like the protection, the hunters, the gatherers, and that's never going to change. And I think that unfortunately for these women, when they realize that and when the biology really comes online is probably in your mid-20s, it's too late because of the things that they've done, and men are not going to change their taste. So it's just calamitous. It just happened. It's like I see it happening in slow motion. It's like a train wreck, and I can't stop it.
I just hate when I see OnlyFans girls that are really cool people, very nice people as well. But when they go home, they cry at night because it's like they know they fucked up. But in public, they don't want to say, "Oh, I fucked up." It's like more like, "Hey, you know what? I'll make it look
Accountability.
good." Behind closed doors, it looks really bad. So
Yeah, it's just tough to get a traditional man that's going to pay the bills and take you seriously and protect and provide for you. Like, I don't mean to use an example, but like, you acquired yourself a lower status male, right? Because of your profession. And you've been together for 3 months. I promise you, the conversation's going to come up. I don't like this. I want you to stop.
yeah,
It's going to come. It's been in every single one of you guys' situation, whether you're a dancer, stripper, whatever it is, OnlyFans, whatever, that tough conversation. You know what? I don't like this. I want you to stop. And then that's where you got to kind of make the decision.
Or she's going to say, I want to stop. And he's going to be like, money in
Yeah,
here.
in that situation.
I'm never gonna
find
stop.
another-
I've been doing this for a while.
Fair.
So
And that's fair enough. But like that's kind of what ends up happening where girls that are involved in that either have to A, stay single, B, acquiesce and get with a lower status male that's below them, kind of like in your situation, which I'm gonna newsflash for you. 6, 7, 8 months from now, you're gonna start to resent him because you make more money than him and you boss him around. I promise you it's gonna come. It always happens when girls make more money than their man and puts them in a leadership role, puts them in a dominant role.
He's speaking very like vaguely, I guess you would say, but not everybody's in the same class. Like everyone's in the same class, but not everyone's gonna go the same trajectory. Like some women and some men prefer to be dominant over their significant others. So she may be in a position where he may be a lower, whatever the hell he talking about, and she's the head of the house and dominant and doing everything, and he just enjoys that. I think we try to like put everyone like class everyone so much that it's like an outlier if a man and a woman's the head of the household. But like I've seen it, like I've seen women run households, and it's not bad. It's just like a man run a household. You know, like I feel like I don't know. I just feel like the way we think logically is kind of like misconstrued. You know, like everyone's in a math class. Only you can have 100 through Z. You know what I'm saying, through 0. But it's like, or I can just realize that this class isn't for me, and I don't want to be in here. I hate math, and I'm never gonna need math in my life. Like 1 + 1, I don't need that. You know, so you know, life is life, man. You can take a left, you can take a right. At the end of the day, you gotta be you.
And then that guy has to submit to the woman, and that's a very unattractive feature to be in a relationship. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. You want a man that you can boss around?
Huh?
You want a man that you can boss around?
Absolutely not. I don't.
So what do you
believe
disagree with
I don't
him?
believe in bossing a man around at all.
So then what do you disagree
If he's
with?
a man that I can naturally submit to as my leader, as my protector, as my provider, regardless of what I do, like I'm gonna do that, whether or not I make more money than you. I've been in that situation where I make way more money than my man, but
How'd that turn out?
I'm not.
where's he now? Gone.
But
That nigga gone, bro.
all I could say is
not
I'm happy.
because of financial reasons.
All right.
though.
No,
Not
no,
because
I
of
mean
that.
it's new. You guys are in the honeymoon phase, but what I'm saying, I've seen this with, and I don't mean to pick on you, but like every single girl that's come on the show where she's in a situation where she makes way more than her man or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
It never ends well.
I think
Almost
it's about
never.
how you carry yourself or how you represent
Bro, it
yourself.
don't matter,
I don't
bro.
believe I don't believe in letting your career define who you
Yeah,
are.
you might not believe in it, but
I mean, it does make a
belief is
difference,
not going to change
but-
biology. You
True,
know,
yes,
like you know,
I
it's like I
agree.
don't believe that
Yeah.
men can't also be women. It's like you can say that all
I
you
agree.
want,
Yeah,
but you're a
I
man,
agree.
dude. You know, you're a woman,
Very
and it's
true.
the same
Yes.
thing. And men tick in a certain way,
Yeah.
you know. And so
I agree.
I mean, you're all young enough that I think that if you hear that, you can make some changes, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
don't think that you're going to change the way men tick. Like that's
No,
just
absolutely
not a thing.
I don't. That's
Yeah.
never gonna happen. I
Yeah.
don't think there's any woman that can.
And you also can't
a
change
man.
how you tick, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you'll get with that guy, you'll think, oh no, it's cool, we'll work together, I'll build him up. And then you realize he's just living off of you, he's a
Yeah.
fucking
Could I
bum.
add something? Of course,
You make more than
absolutely.
him, you got
Yeah.
more ambition. It's just very unattractive for a woman to be with a man that can't provide,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
but I just don't look at that first. Like if I'm into you, I'm not gonna look at what you provide for me first. Like I'm not gonna look at a man. Okay, that's what I mean. by
How's that
I
worked
can
out for you for
separate-
29 years?
It's worked good and bad.
Do you want
It clearly
kids?
hasn't worked good because
Do
you
I
don't have a
want
gun.
kids? I do, but I'm very cautious of who I decide to have a kid with.
Do you want to be married?
I do, yes. I almost was, like, this close, like, almost.
Could I add something?
Yeah.
I was just wondering, so like you say that you are like a dom, right? For the,
I am,
for the most
yes.
part. So like but you want a guy to be the dominant one in a relationship, is that true?
In a relationship, but not my career. Like,
True.
she's-
Okay,
Basically, she has two different
I do.
people.
I have two different personalities. I really do. So I have me and I have my job.
Understood. So I was just questioning, like, how do you expect a man to be dominant in a relationship if you don't allow him to be dominant?
I absolutely will. I allow him. If I feel you naturally, if I'm feeling you naturally, I will say sometimes it's hard for me to be attracted to a male. But if it's natural and I'm feeling, like right now, I'm dealing with someone that I'm naturally attracted to.
Right.
And he knows everything that I do. We talk about it, everything. I'm naturally attracted to him sexually, emotionally, everything. You know.
How long you guys been seeing each other?
I would say like a month now. But
What
it's
does it
very
mean to be a
hard for me
dom?
to-
I hate
Can you
myself for
elaborate on
asking
that
this
question?
Yeah,
Just
well,
'cause
I'm
it's
at
so
like
open.
literally when you say I'm a dom, because you said you were a stripper.
Yes,
So
I'm a
what does it
dancer
mean
as
to be a
well.
dom stripper, or is it not? Is it not
it's two
together?
different things. It's two
Oh,
different
okay.
things.
So what's a dom?
It can be together.
What's a
but
dom?
Okay, a dom. Basically, I'm
Dominatrix?
fulfilling your fantasy. So if you want me to, it's not just the typical. I don't know if can I say.
Oh,
ball?
you're,
know-
so,
you know
you. Oh, okay.
It's not the
These are two
typical
different jobs.
BDSM.
You know what?
Yes.
Go all the way in. Explain it all the
No,
way.
you don't have to. Sorry,
That's what
I
I'm-
thought it was related to your role as a
No, it's
stripper.
fine.
No,
You're saying
no, it can
that
be
you
it's two
people can
different
book
things.
you for some other stuff.
Yes.
Okay, and where do you sell that service?
So it's kind of like okay. So I'm
On,
on,
like,
I'm on
OnlyFans?
sugar. No,
Sugar daddies.
I've done OnlyFans before everybody know about it. I don't like OnlyFans. I'm not an OnlyFans girl. Basically, there's different websites that you have. We actually create real contracts. Like it's an actual contract you need to sign. You need to pay tribute, everything. If you have a wife, or like I need to know pretty much all about your life. There's
What
different
website is
levels.
that?
There's a lot of them. There's
But which one are you on?
SugarDaddy.com. I don't do Seeking Rangers anymore just because it's a
But
lot
for
of
the dom
weirdos.
thing, that's what sugar daddy
There's
says.
That's where I met my husband.
Kings.com.
Wait, where?
It's my,
Where?
On Seeking
it's
Arrangement.
my, I don't like Seeking
Wow! Out of nowhere,
Tell
she
us
just
more.
comes in with a
Seeking Arrangements
situation.
is popular. It's a popular one. Seeking Arrangements is very popular. SugarDaddies.com or Lux Luxury. There's an app called Luxury.
So would you consider your other self a prostitute?
Prostitute? No.
No.
No,
Is
because
it
I don't
because
have sex. I don't have sex for money. Do I exchange
What does a dom
sexual
do?
fantasy? It's
Is there fantasy not to have
basically-
sex? Okay, now I am kind of interested in the details. What does a dom
Okay,
do?
so some want to have sex. I don't have sex.
So what do they want you to do?
It can just be me taking, like, it can be as simple as me walking around on a leash. Like, I have one now where he literally wants me to walk him around on a leash.
Oh
I've
my
done it.
gosh. I'm sorry. I'm so nosy. So he pays how much to have you walk him on a leash?
$1,000.
For how long do you have to walk this person? You have to walk him for an hour?
Do it in public. We can't
You
do it
have
in
to
public
walk
that
him
long.
Come on over, Rumble, guys.
Yeah.
Continue,
Take him
Candace.
outside.
Yeah,
Rumble
I can
niggas,
take
come
him
on over.
outside. He
Rumble.
will walk on all fours, hands, knees, all that. Yeah. They're called
Outside?
cash piggies.
I've heard
Outside.
it out
I can't do
before.
it that long because
That's crazy. That's nuts.
actually create real contracts. Like it's an actual
That's
contract you need to
crazy.
sign. You need to pay
They
tribute.
didn't stop the strike!
Cash
Outside?
piggies.
I've heard
Outside.
it out
I can't do
before.
it that long because
Ah! That's crazy. I gotta go back and watch it again! I gotta know what a dime is. Dom!